Okay, guys. Sorry for the horrible angle right here, but this is my. I wish I would have made a video on the installation process. I was very nervous about it. I wanted to make sure I did it completely right. But yeah, I was a little nervous. Just taking off the case, or I mean, taking off the slide of the PS5 and. Um, Opening up that M.2 slot, and making sure that it slided in right. The console turned on, recognized it right away. I got around 65, 56, point 70 something write speed, or read speed, I mean. And yeah, I mean, it formatted it. It took a little while for my, of course, my USB, um, my USB can't even think right now. My USB storage that I have on my for my PS4 games. So as you can see, it's recognizing the M.2. It's giving me. I have the 2 terabyte model. I actually bought the Western Digital Black. It's not gonna come out right, but this is the one with the heatsink already installed. So I didn't want to go through that little, that other nerve-wracking situation where the heatsink is, not properly installed, and so if anything happens to this, it's on the manufacturer. So I wanted to go. I paid a little extra just so I can, get the heatsink already on there. So I got 2 terabytes, and yeah, you can see right there, it literally gives you the full 2 terabytes. So it's awesome. So we're gonna do a quick. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure. Out of what I've seen on the beta, it's pretty quick. So we're gonna go through the process of getting all my console games, PS5 games, and transfer them all to the M.2. Free up all that storage, and you're gonna see right now how much storage I've been using. So these are pretty much all. I think if I click on one of them, select items to move. Okay, so as you can see, I have been using about 413 gigabytes, or I think that's what's available. I think actually, never mind, take that back, because I actually took some games off. I completely forgot. So I have about 1.99. Or that's that's the M.2. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. So technically, I have like maybe what 200 gigabytes or maybe 100 and something gigabytes left in my console storage. So we're gonna move my games here. I have Returnal and Marvel Avengers, Control, Rogue Company, and Super Animal Rail, which is not big. So we're gonna be moving about 193 gigabytes. We're gonna see how fast this goes into the M.2. So we're gonna hit move. Okay. Look at that. That's a thing of beauty. That's fast, actually. I mean, I don't know if anybody remembers moving that many gigs to like an external hard drive. That's what I was trying to think of. My USB external hard drive, or even like simply moving from the external to your internal PS4 hard drive, or even the PS5. That is, it takes a little while, depending on how big the files are. But yeah, the update barely came out to everybody today. So if you got your PS5, update your PS5, and you got a M.2, there you go, man. You're ready to get some more storage. And I really wanted to get this before Battlefield 2042 comes out, because I honestly don't know how big that game is going to be. But that game looks beautiful. It's great. It's awesome. What I do know is that a lot of people, some people are saying, "Oh, well, games are getting bigger." Well, not necessarily. I mean, there's some neat little tricks that the PS5 is actually doing to certain uh, um, pure PS5 games. What I mean by that is that it's compressing the files and or compressing the game itself and allowing the game to run as if it was a full-fledged, full, game. Now the difference is that there's a PS4 games that are being upgraded or updated to be a PS5 game. So yes, those may end up retaining the story, the size of the game itself. So that's something that might not change, depending on the developer and how they actually do it. But the PS5 games that I'm aware of are actually pretty small. I've been seeing a lot of people post saying that the games are actually smaller than the Xbox Series X games, or smaller than the PC games. And yes, I know the PC has all some extra stuff in it and stuff like that, files that it needs. But look at that. I literally transferred 193 gigs. 193 gigs. That's insane. Did it not move the these? Yeah. I think if I go back, it should have. Yeah. So if I think sometimes, yeah. See, it takes a little. It takes a little refresher knowing that those games are no longer on the list anymore. That's weird, but yeah. So as you can see, the games are no longer there. They're on the M.2. If I go to M.2, bam, they're right there. I literally transferred 193 gigs in a matter of that was if not what, maybe a minute and a half, if anything, or maybe a minute. I wasn't really looking at the timer. I mean, I'm pretty sure that once this video is done, I can know exactly how long it took. But that was quick. Look at that. I mean, Returnal was 55.62 gigs. Marvel Avengers, that was I think that's an exact PS5 game that I bought, not the PS4 version. I don't think it was, as far as I remember. But look at that, it's 97 gigs right there, 97 gigs, and it transferred. So I got some more games actually stored on because they did that. You know how they have that feature where you can move your PS5 games to the USB external storage if you have one. I'm about to take out that'll take a little longer, and I'm probably not going to record that. But as you can see, they finally also changed the icons. So now they actually say what what's it called? What game system you downloaded it for. So as you can see, I have my PS4 games as it says PS4. I'm pretty sure if I find my PS5 games, can't seem to. Yeah, a lot of games. Yeah. And then it's funny because some of them I haven't even gotten a chance. Yeah, see, they got PS5, and that's the same thing on the home screen. The home screen will now display PS5 and PS4, so you know what game you know what PS5 or PS4 you are playing of that game. So that was a big confusion. I mean, I kid you not, when I first got my PS5 and I upgraded my already had the was it Call of Duty Cold War for a good better part of a couple matches. I was playing on the PS4 version, and I did not know. I mean, honestly, a lot of people wouldn't have second guessed it because I had to re-download the game onto my system on my PS5. I didn't transfer it or anything like that, and so when I went to go and I hit download, people don't really think, okay, what version do you want, the PS4 version or the PS5 version? So there you go. And now they finally fixed that, and I'm hoping on the next update they finally give us some flexibility on maybe giving us folders, because I loved having folders on my main menu. I get it, they have a section for the library of your games, but I want folders. Folders was really good because I separated them from racing to adventure to, you know, indie games and stuff like that. So yeah, I got some moving to do here. I wish there was a sorting option for PS5, but apparently there isn't. But these are the only PS5 games I think I moved to here. So these are going to be some big games here. Some of them are. As far as I know, see, like No Man's Sky, believe it, look at 12 gigs. But I think on my PS4 it was something around close to like 30 or 40 if I can remember, you know. But the PS5 it's only 12 gigs. That's crazy. But you see Mortal Kombat, it's 85 gigs. Doom Eternal 68. Elder Scrolls 82. Final Fantasy Remake is 81. So, you know, those are some pretty sizable games that are going to be moved. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this video that long. I just wanted to show you guys that the update is finally out. We could finally have, you know, more storage. I mean, that's what everybody's been raving about. And once I get all this taken care of, sorry about the refocusing. That's the, you know, I'm doing this off my tablet, so sorry about that. But yeah, I'll make a video on how the games or how the game plays, and you know, also how fast it loads and whatnot. So I'll see if I can do a better video instead of my tablet going crazy with the amount of refocusing that it's doing. But all right, well, catch you guys later and have fun with that update if you got it.